What's going on, people? It's Mr. Dore back again with the last preview show of the season. I hope everyone's had a good day. Tomorrow is D-Day. Nottingham Forest have got the last game at the City Ground against Chelsea. If Forest win, we're guaranteed Europa football. If Everton or Man United win, we could get Champions League football. We pray. If you're new to my channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, and please get involved in the discussions that myself and Aussie Dave are going to talk about. Like, he's back. He's back after, I don't know where he's been. Where you been, David?
I'm back in Australia, Ben. I've been traveling the world. I just went back to Australia with my tail between my legs as Nottingham Forest were defeated by Manchester City at that FA Cup semi-final. And so I finally recovered. I've been a little bit in hiding, actually, because, when you're an international fan and you invest a lot to go to a match, it can be pretty heartbreaking to lose. And then the last couple of weeks have been equally as heartbreaking. I'll just apologise to everyone now. My internet's blown up out here in Australia. And that's why we're late on. So hopefully I don't disconnect. Now, the other thing, Ben, is that I don't actually know who won the playoff final because I've been asleep since it was on. So if you want to break the news to me now, you can tell me because I've literally woken up and logged on.
I would love to break the news. I absolutely love to break the news. And as you know, people, and inform David, Sunderland are back in the Premier League.
Oh, how about that?
And I'm so happy that Sheffield United are still in the championship. So,
you've got a bit of rivalry with the Sheffield United guys, Ben.
Listen to me. People, right? I don't know if you remember. Do you remember their playoffs?
Yeah, I remember, and they wouldn't release their video package. And at the end of the playoff, it says, "If you want to see what happens after this, from this moment on, just go look at Dore's channel. Go look at his stuff."
Wait. Let me say something. The guy that did the video was Johnny. And
yeah, he said.
No. But I don't know if you know, he passed away 3 years ago.
Oh, he did too.
Yeah, there was shout out Johnny. People will know he was on my channel for the playoff semi-final, and sadly, people people found me on Facebook. He sadly passed away. Top guy, great edited person, and that's how people. Before we do talk about it, if you've got any mental health issues and you're scared to talk to people, please, I'm begging you, talk to your family or friends, because Johnny, as everyone knows, Johnny hated Forest, I hated Sheffield United, but privately we spoke to myself, he spoke to Des a lot, and he was top guy. So that's why people watched it. I will put a link in, and I'll show you the link, David, because like I said, he was an amazing fellow. He had great banter, but he hated Forest, and I hated Sheffield United. So, but yeah, he was
so much to not hate about Nottingham Forest, there, Ben. Just
no, but
it's love, isn't it?
It's the Paul Hart days. It was the Paul Hart days. Like, that's why I hate Sheffield United. Paul Pescasolido, that guy, he hurt my feelings, man. He hurt my feelings. So, Sheffield United, enjoy the championship against, and say hello for me for Stoke, Derby, and Leicester. So, yeah, right. David, people in the chat, let me get involved with the chat, man, because the comments are flying in as well. David, we have European football over there. Let's sink that in. Everyone else is a bonus. That said, I'm going to Europe when we beat Chelsea. That's one of the most important things, man. We have got European, but like I said, whatever happens, we need to beat Chelsea regardless anyway. So to get Europa, and then we need Everton and Man U to win. So all it matters.
It's not that unlikely. We need them to
draw.
Newcastle drop. Yeah, we need Newcastle to a draw would be good enough for us with Newcastle and Everton, and a draw with Aston Villa would also be good enough, which is not that unlikely.
David, can you see? I know Aston Villa got a horrible record against Man United away, but I can't see Man U winning. I can't see them at all. It's just
Everton are a tricky team, and they've been good under Moyes, and they'll be wanting to finish the season.
Everton, I'm more relying on Everton than Man U.
They'll be wanting.
It's
a lot, but it's. I think the harder part of the assignment is winning the game, Ben.
We've got to beat Chelsea.
We've got to beat Chelsea because the draw is actually
draw's not good enough. But at the same time, Dave. Sorry, dude. At the same time, if we do lose Chelsea beat Betis in the final, we still got
a draw would be enough, Ben, if Newcastle lost by 9 goals.
Come on, I hope.
And Aston Villa also lost by 3 goals.
Dream.
So it's unlikely, but possible.
We dream. Well, let me go for the comments before we do start. Kel, tell everyone about my goal. I'm not even told David about my goal. David, have I told about my goal?
What's your goal? What you scored?
Yeah, I scored a top corner. Just for Kel. And Kel sent me off for tugging. Well, I don't know how she sent me off. But people in the chat, I scored a great goal last week for Defibrillators tournament, top corner, and Kel sent me off for no reason. So, Kel, you're the absolute disgrace for sending me off. But yeah, shout out to Kel. I'll see you tomorrow before the game. We have a get. Who was late? This guy was late. We had internet problems. Colin as well. How you doing, Colin? People, if you want to be like Colin and be a member to my channel, please do. It helps my channel a lot. Any super chats.
I'm a member of your channel, Ben.
Oh, what?
I'm a member of your channel. It's good fun being a member of your channel.
David, a member to my channel as well, people. So please.
I bought your show the other day. I gave you a super chat.
Yeah, it got me.
Actually, I gave you a super chat, Ben. And as per the convention of the super chat gang, if you give us a super chat and you support Ben on his quest to go to every Nottingham Forest match forever, and you provide a super chat, then the convention is that Ben needs to talk about whatever you asked him in the super chat. Now, I asked Ben, can we talk about how Ryan Yates is now not good enough to make the team and how good a form Sangare is in? So you actually owe me that as a discussion point as per the super chat convention.
Oh, okay, do you want to right now? Do you want to right now?
Yeah, there's also a comment there from Kizared. Kizared Talk in there has also said that I haven't been on for a little while because Yates has been playing well, but now Sangare's in.
Let me get the discussion. All right, let me get through these chats. Right? Shout out to Kieran as well. Dave's not been on, but this is a great discussion. Because before let me go through the chats. Evening, Dawn, Dave, 2-1 to Forest tomorrow. Fingers crossed, Villa and Newcastle drop points tomorrow. Yes, I hope as well. Here's another legend, Hadi. Seems like it looks like the season we promoted when we messed up the last couple of games. We are settled right. Very lucky, Mr. Dore. We are big time as well. Eve, good evening, Mr. Dore and David. Hope you're well, both well. I'm nervous about tomorrow, but I can believe we can win. I predict 3-1 to Forest. Hudson-Odoi, Gibbs, White, and Yates to score. Yes, if Yates scores, this fella owes me a T-shirt. So Ryan Yates, I'm begging you to score one goal. Imagine
Ryan Yates scores. I owe you a.
You owe me one.
Actually, you know what? If Yates scores tomorrow, Ben, I'll buy you and me a Yates 22 shirt.
No. You can't retract the contract. Yates.
No, I'm lifting it up. I'm going to buy you one, but I'll also buy myself one, and I'll wear it with pride.
You can do that. We're going to another one. Hut, we probably get Europe, and I'm happy. Exactly the point we need. We in Europe. That's all it matters. But getting Champions League football, it's a bonus. But listen, we need to win, and that's the main thing. Right, okay. Let me discuss what David said about Sangare because
he's been good, Ben.
No, right. People in the chat, right?
He's been great.
Let me get involved. Let me get what reply. Sangare has played 3 games, right? And he has been good. I do agree with you. But let's talk about the whole season. When Sangare come back, did he come straight in the team? How long did it take him to get in the team?
Oh, months.
Months. That's my point.
Months.
Are we gonna say, does Ryan Yates deserve to be on the bench? Like Dominguez, been fantastic. I'm not trying, people in the chat, I'm not trying to disrespect Sangare at all. Because I think Sangare again has been fantastic for this last 3 games. But I still feel tomorrow, again, this is my opinion, people. This is a Yates game tomorrow. What do you feel about it?
I think Sangare has been in form that's been undeniably stronger than what we've been coming to expect from Ryan Yates. And since Yates wasn't able to make the FA Cup semi-final team from that suspension, he's kind of oddly found himself out of the team. Mm-hmm. I think we're starting to see what we wanted to or expected to see from Sangare earlier on. bit of conviction around winning the ball in the middle and just a bit of strength and physicality. And clearly there's been a preference for Sangare over Yates from Nuno, which he may not have been prepared to admit publicly.
Me?
But you can just know from Nuno. You can tell Nuno.
Okay.
Yeah, because it just seems odd that, we were short on centre midfielders and Yates was always playing and captain. And now Yates just seems a little bit out of the picture. And Dominguez is also more in favour. And look, Dominguez is also he's been certainly playing the utility role. So look, Yates has got a role to play like he's always had. He's a terrific Nottingham Forest player. He'll be with us next season and he'll be with us playing in Europe. So, but I expect Sangare to start.
No ways. If Sangare starts, that's fantastic. But people in the chat, like, the reason I say this is a Ryan Yates game tomorrow, and like I said, if Sangare starts, fantastic. Can you remember what Ryan Yates did, David, when Forest played Chelsea? What did Ryan Yates do the first minute, even less than a minute? What did he do?
Well, he's like fouling, or he would have pressured someone or won the ball or done something.
The first 10 seconds, he went to Fernandez. And what did Fernandez do the whole game? He did nothing. He did nothing. He got absolutely grumpy. And that's what I want Sangare to do. Sangare can, because I said on Don's channel, shout out to Don, make sure everyone subscribes to Don. If we stop Fernandez, if Sangare stops Fernandez, I feel we can do something. Because Cole Palmer, he's out of form, Cole Palmer. He's out of form. But I personally think if we stop Fernandez, if Sangare stops Fernandez, I'm like this. Well done, Sangare.
They've also got their third choice striker playing, don't they? Because Nkunku looks like he's injured.
Yeah. I think it was who is it? Oh, the youngster, 18-year-old said he seems like he's going to be a number 9, but he's not going to do. It's like he's not strong enough to deal with him. Milekovic is going to deal with him if he is on the map. Chelsea fans, even what's his name? I forgot his name.
Tyreek George, is that his name?
That's his name, Tyreek George. He's been playing that number 9 role. And
I'd be confident in Milekovic being able to deal with him.
That's the thing. And that's what I said about if we stop people like Fernandez, what's the other guy's name? Cole Palmer and what's Colombian's name guy plays next to him? Cosido.
Caicedo.
Yeah. If players like Sangare and Anderson stop them, I think we win the game. Do you agree or disagree on that?
There's a lot of attacking threats from Chelsea. They've got good fullbacks. Reece James, when he's actually not injured and not playing for England, is occasionally quite good for Chelsea from the back. And Cucurella has caused us problems before. They got some good players, Ben. So we're gonna need a full 12-player performance from Nottingham Forest to win, which ironically, oddly enough for me, is today. So I'm going to be awake until that match happens. But yeah, we're going to need a full squad performance to beat this lot. There is everything to play for. This is, if the results go our way with one of Manchester United getting the job done for us, then this is a value-wise game, arguably bigger than the playoff final.
If
the result goes our way today.
People, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and make sure everyone subscribes to David's channel as well. I think you lot was on this morning, weren't you? I was watching it.
Yeah, the ET Stand podcast. No, I wasn't on this morning because my team got.
I watched like 5 minutes of it because then
my team got smashed, and so I wasn't on. It was just in disgust. So, but it'd be like Forest losing 15-0, Ben, and you deciding to just let Dares run your channel for a day.
No. Sometime. Everyone knows when we lose, are still on. So I never say no. So people, we lose, I'm still on. I don't care. So make sure you do. Please hit the like button and subscribe.
If you're an Australian Rugby League fan, log in and watch my.
People, make sure you. I put it in the title, I think. So make sure everyone's just go and subscribe to the channel as well. What's your thoughts, David? Because like I said, we can talk about the whole season now. No one expected to be in this position, did we? Like no one.
No one. I wish I had have been sharp enough to have seen it coming, but we didn't.
So what's your thought from the whole season now? People in the chat as well. What's your thoughts on it?
Thoughts on the whole season is that in 20 years' time, we will look back at the finish of this team, and you'll be going through and looking at the results, and there'll be a couple of results that you'll look at and go, that one might have cost them. So it looked like, so you think, oh yeah, they were playing well and they performed above expectations. But there's a couple of moments, and certainly that
Leicester game,
the Leicester goal.
Yeah,
that was the one. You look at it and you're just going, yeah, that's going to end up costing us the whole thing. But overall, another thing, look, when I was on I did that all-time Forest Premier League 11. So the best Forest players who've played in the Premier League top 11 squad. And at the time, pre-season, not many of this current lot made the team. I think if we were to if I was to revisit the all-time Nottingham Forest Premier League 11, I think you would find that one of the positions we struggled to fill was right back, and Des Little was the choice at the time. Ola Aina is now the best right back that we have had in the Premier League. That is undeniable. I think you still can't go. I don't think Milenkovic and Murillo have ousted Chettle and Cooper from my team at the time. Certainly Sells is the best goalie.
Do you think?
Yeah, no, Cooper and Chettle were in a team that finished third. So that body of work
true. Yeah, you're not going to beat them too. Yeah,
you're not going to unless they finish third in this competition, they're not going to beat those. And then I played a 4-2-3-1 with that, so I did pick Morgan Gibbs White, and then I think we could probably say who's had a better season, Alanga or Hudson Odoi? You'd have to say Hudson Odoi, but has Hudson Odoi now eclipsed Brennan Johnson?
No, Alanga's been better than Hudson Odoi. I love Hudson Odoi, but I think Langa's been better.
Yeah, I'm typically on team Alanga, but one thing I've noticed, Ben, is that when Hudson Odoi doesn't play, we actually lose a lot.
100%. No, I agree with that.
Yeah, when Hudson Odoi doesn't play, but maybe that's also because we need the wingers.
David, we've got to agree with Dominguez has been playing that right wing, and he's been our best player for the last.
Yeah, but that's not because he's not our best player because he's an out and out winger that's just carving up the other teams. It's because he's putting in a shift.
People trouble. I know. Come on, chap. People get involved. Who's been better, Alanga or Cameron Hudson Odoi? Please get involved.
More recently, Alanga, but Hudson Odoi's been injured.
But Hudson Odoi, I think, like he's been injured. I think Alanga for me, and he's proved so many people wrong. Has been one of the best wingers we've ever had. And that before I remember
Brian Roy. Come on.
Oh, Brian Roy. Right, Brian Roy is coming on soon, people as well. So watch out.
It's not Brian Roy. I think Steve's still talking to Brian Roy, isn't he, Ben?
Yeah. Listen, Brian Roy's coming
on. Sorry, Welsh Steve. It was right there.
Little dig. But yeah, people.
No, so can we just work this out? So yeah, get it. Come on, someone in the chat, give us the answer.
People who's been better, Hudson Odoi or Alanga as well? People, I've done a poll. People,
not much in it.
People, I've done a poll as well. I was told David.
What's the poll?
Which one will Forest get? Champions League, Europa, or Conference? And so far, people have voted. 48 says Champions League. 44
you know what
says
it's well
Europa,
set up for.
And 8% Conference. So people.
What's the percentage at the moment?
48 Champions League, 44 Europa, and 8% Conference League.
You know what it's well set up for, Ben? Manchester United winning, Everton winning, and Forest losing.
Imagine that. Imagine that.
God, that'd be annoying.
You know what? You know what will pee you off? I know it's not going to pee you off. Imagine Ryan Yates scoring in the 92nd minute.
Oh God, I love that. I might have another noise complaint.
I'm throwing my hat, my keys. I'm jumping.
Yeah, I cop noise complaints. So I've actually achieved something, Ben. I'm one of few Nottingham Forest fans who's copped noise complaints watching Nottingham Forest in multiple countries.
No way. Really?
Yeah. Sorry, Kyle. Kyle downstairs in the apartment that I was in. Sorry, Kyle. Apparently when I can't remember which goal it was, but apparently the light in his eyes like banging something and the light literally fell down like onto his thing. It was and then his girlfriend's just thinking, Baldo must be watching the football. So get down to Smithfield Hall in New York whilst I was there, which was a shame. So hopefully all the Forest fans are getting together to watch this one internationally.
Graham says, so I'm doing this. Graham said they have both played their part. I agree, Graham. They have. But as I look at when we signed Cameron's story, and when I first seen him, It was pre-season not pre-season. It was a cup game against Harrogate, and all he said, I want to play. I want to play, and that's what he's doing. And he's going to be a legend for me because he scored past Liverpool, and we won the game. So for me, Cameron's
play both of them, Ben?
Huh?
You start both of them?
Yeah, because we need to win the game. I really do. We need to win the game, if I'm honest. But the thing, right? Who do you drop though, Dave? That's if we do stop both of them, because Dominguez has been fantastic. Sangare's played 3 good games. Anderson, we're not going to drop him. That's the thing.
You drop Dominguez.
You drop Dominguez?
Yep.
No. Why? Come on. Why?
Because you've got to drop somebody. You can only play 11 players in a team, Ben.
People in the chat. Who would you drop? Right, let's do a debate. Who would you drop out of?
Well, you're not going to play Dominguez and Anderson. That doesn't have the holding winning. Well, can do.
Or we can play 3 in the midfield. Then we've got to drop one at Hudson.
But then you're not playing one of the. Then you're playing the Christmas tree and not playing one of those. All right, let's see you dropping Morgan Gibbs White, are you?
Okay. Who would you drop? Elanga or Hudson Odoi?
I'd drop.
I don't think we should drop Dominguez.
He can't get through the match. So I'd also assess the fitness. I'd try and make a call on whether Hudson Odoi can get through, how much of the match he can get through. But also remember, there is no tomorrow. So if there's no saving Hudson Odoi for the Australian tour or any of that sort of rubbish, it's play them for as long as they can go. Murillo playing for as long as he can go. Worry about the injuries tomorrow. Got to go full strength. And the thing is, Ben, is we have to score first.
We've got to.
Have to score first.
If we score first,
the worst team I've ever seen at not scoring first when we let a goal in. Like
if we score first tomorrow, it opens them up, and it will suit us because, like I said, when they
can you imagine though, if we score first and when we score first, there's going to be that little. Oh, I guess you're not going to be there. We're not going to be watching it on TV. That there's going to be the little box that's going to come up in the corner. Hold on, where's it? Yeah, it's going to go right there, and it's going to go EPL live ladder, and it's going to say Nottingham Forest. What it's going to say, and then we're going to be holding on.
Right, you know what annoys me with the City ground? There's no Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi at City ground is awful. It's shocking. I don't know how everyone's going to respond to scores. Like, lucky enough, I got my mate who's next to me who's got a good phone. So if Ryan here scores, I know what, whoever scores last minute, and if Everton's winning or Man U's winning, and we win Chelsea,
Everton are a good team, Ben.
No, they're a great team. But is it Braithwaite is out tomorrow? So that's
let's also not forget that Newcastle have also got similar bottling abilities as Nottingham Forest, as the saying goes. They can easily stuff it up. But they're at $1.28 to win and $5.50 on the draw, whereas Manchester United much shorter odds. So Villa at $1.72. You know, us Australians love the gambling. We're all convicts out here, so I'm just looking at the betting odds. So,
people, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you know. Right, let me do a discussion because it's been crazy on social media. If you have lived under a rock, Gary Neville's been suspended from a City ground. I'm going to get David's thoughts about it. And people in the chat, what do you think about it? I'll say my view, but I'm going to get your view, David. What's your thoughts about it?
Look, Gary Neville is paid to make the matches more interesting when he commentates on the positions. And so sometimes what you need to do is when you have an opinion as a commentator, you need to lean into those opinions a little bit more than you may necessarily believe. And so Gary Neville has built a narrative that he thinks Marinakis is a questionable character. And so he's now it's become one of the things, all right, well, when something happens with Forest, they go to Neville to get an interesting response. Yeah. And so on the most recent spat of incidents that we had, Neville threw out a comment and threw out another one at our favorite
second one.
Yeah, and so he's just painted himself into that picture. Look, I think it's probably smart that he's not there because it's going to be an emotion-filled match, and look, for the safety of Gary Neville, it's probably not a good idea. All it takes is one bullfed throwing something at him, and then we've got we get a pretty untoward reputation. But, he's also going to cop a hell of a lot of chance. It's a shame that the fans of both teams might have agreed and chanted the same thing with "She's Gary Neville's a wanker," which we might still hear on here during the match.
Sky, you know what Sky like? Sky are going to turn the volume down on that one. You know, they're like, if we do.
Yeah, well, they'll definitely do that. Well, it's funny you mentioned that volume. So when I went to that game with you that time, we met up outside. I remember talking to you about it, and I said I couldn't believe the volume of when the Forest fans boo the Premier League song, and so I'd never noticed that before on the rewatches because they never let that sound get through. So they certainly do doctor the sound and alter the sound, Ben.
For my opinion, people, I'm gonna say my bit. With Marinakis, I feel he's a massive character. Neville, like David says, and I think loads of people said it as well. Neville's got a job to pay and have his opinion. And when someone tells Neville, "What do you feel about what Marinakis?" he's going to say something slick. It is what it is. And
but Marinakis was actually proven to be correct. They sent Taiwo back on the field in a life and death situation, and they made an absolute blunder with the substitutions.
Yes, they did.
And they needed to score, and they sent a player on who 3 days later was in a coma. Like that is, in terms of a liability, stupid thing to do for those Nottingham Forest medical staff. It is appallingly bad that Taiwo Awoniyi went back on the field. Marinakis was right to be that annoyed. It was poor, Ben. And
it was poor. It
was worse than poor. Like he could have died. Like I know. Like it was serious, and it was a serious situation in terms of a match, and they clearly rushed the decision. Like I just don't know how you can not only get the communication wrong, but it was obvious that Taiwo Awoniyi couldn't go back on. Like he was out for minutes. And just another point on that, the people that say, "Oh yeah, we should change the rules because when they put the offside flag up after the incident, people are charging towards the post all the time, right? And so you're not going to suddenly save a spate of injuries just because you put the offside flag up. That's just ridiculous. The way that the rule works is the correct rule. Maybe you could argue that if it's blatantly offside, they should put the flag up. But overall, that rule is the correct one. They shouldn't put the offside flag up, given that they've got the technology, unless they're absolutely sure that was the right thing. But back to Marinakis. Well, I'll get your response. Give me your response to my rules commentaries there, Ben.
What's it again? On the offside rule.
Not putting the flag up until it's.
I think it's stupid. If I'm honest, if you know the problem is Dave, right? I agree on some bits of it. Like you don't know if they're offside or not. So maybe if we scored a goal and the referee pulls his flag up, and the referee agrees with the linesman, and imagine it was a goal. I wouldn't agree with it, and then takes about look at the West Ham game. Look how long that took. It took 6 minutes.
Well, they could get fast.
Huh?
Well, they could get faster at it.
I don't know.
But what they could actually do, here's what they should do. They should give them 90 seconds to work out the answer. And then they've got to make a call after 90 seconds, which gives them enough time to put 1 or 2 television commercials in. So then you could have a little bit of a more structured that. If they did that, that would actually add a serious amount of value to the Premier League broadcast, because then there would be advertisements during those moments. 6 minutes is too long, but the tech's going to get better.
It annoyed me. It annoyed me out to West Ham.
Hey, come on. It's like when cars came into their 30s. It's like, the car drives 10 kilometers an hour. You've got to stick with the tech and just hope that it gets better, and they are going to get better.
Did you see Des on VAR on Sunday?
Oh God, Des! Sorry, can I see?
Wait! Look.
What about the coldness of? What about the coldness of Des's chance? He's not that passionate. He's just. From the train. My desire. Oh.
Hey, leave Des on.
I love you, Des.
See, you know what? I need to get you and Des on the show, man, so you can have a little fight on there, man. That's what.
No, but what happens is that we just end up teaming up on you.
You can't. That never happens, though. It's not like it was true. But people, please do hit the like button and subscribe if you know.
I'll bet I got something else for you, just actually to close off on the Marinakis subject, right? If you own Nottingham Forest, right, you are the club owner, right? I would be buying the players and being highly involved and like doing a whole bunch of stuff and like high-fiving Olerena and going on the field after full time and doing all that sort of stuff.
He does that, Dave.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, anyone who says that, Marinakis shouldn't be going on the field, like, what freaking planet are you living on? If I owned the team, I'm telling you, I'm going everywhere. I'm turning up to trainings.
But you know what is right? Dave, you know the narrative is right because, you know, when we win a game and I see Marinakis in the tunnel, Hawkins, they're not talking about that, are they? It's always
it's not as interesting. They do occasionally. Well, it's not interesting.
They do occasionally, but not like, you don't see Marinakis when it's come to Sky Sports or Gary Neville. Gary Neville never talks about, hugging, high five. But that's what you don't see Jamie Carragher or whoever's on Sky Sports talking about the issue. It's straight to Gary Neville because Neville's got past with Mr. Marinakis.
Well, Neville's better commentator than Jamie Carragher, though, isn't he? Carragher's a bit of a buffoon.
I've got to give my props. Neville is better than Jamie Carragher.
Neville's better.
Yeah, Neville's better. But
he also knows what he is. He's playing it up, and then he wants to have a few. I like Jimmy.
I like Roy Keane as well.
Roy Keane's clearly the best.
Yeah, Roy Keane. I'm not saying because
he's just so clearly the best.
I'm not saying because he's an ex-Nottingham Forest player, but I'm just saying I like him. He's blunt to train. But Gary Neville's blunt, and that's why I think he just what he said about Mr. Marinakis and that. But end of the day, Marinakis owns the club. He owns the pitch.
I'd be going on. Well, I don't know. Actually, he's renting the pitch, isn't he? He doesn't actually own the pitch, does he?
Oh wow, it's his pitch, isn't it? It still goes on. He can do what he wants. And listen,
he pays for the water that goes onto it.
Mr. Marinakis, if it wasn't for the man himself, we wouldn't be where we are now. So shout out to Mr. Marinakis. Shout out to Matildas Marinakis. Shout out to the all Greeks and everyone. You're doing fantastic.
Yeah, I reckon it's underrated, actually, how good that Marinakis group have been in coming into Forest and understanding their position. Understanding the position that they were in with the promotion team and just throwing caution to the wind and throwing the SHIT at the wall with the player signings is the only strategy that works, because we've seen every team since Forest have come up. It's every team that's come up in the same position as Forest since us has gone down with less than 20 points. Well, they've just been absolutely schmacked in the Premier League. And so we haven't been, and so much so that we're now in this position. So, underrated. Underrated. Ben, give us a response to how would you feel if Nuno left?
People to chat, get involved. I need your support on this, please. Listen to me. He's been fantastic for us. He's been fantastic. I'm not going to try and dodge your question, David. I am going to answer it. He's been fantastic for us. He's manager that has seen Forest beat Liverpool away. We've won 10 away games. Yes, his substitutions are still a bit iffy for the last 6 games. But if I saw him leave, I'd be gutted. But Mr. Marinakis, I feel Mr. Marinakis, because I think we're slowly going up. We'll get someone better than Nuno. Well,
Nuno's very good for the position we're in. So there are managers that I don't think Nuno gets us from where Steve Cooper had us in the relegation zone of the Championship into the Premier League. I don't think
he'll do that again. Because
but my point is that I don't think Nuno could have pulled that off. I don't think Steve Cooper was going to ever get us up to 7th or 5th or whatever we're going to finish this season.
No, I agree with that.
If we then go and make the Champions League, then there's an argument to be made that a different type of manager might actually do be our benefit. Now, obviously, if we make the Champions League and Nuno wants to stay on as the manager, then obviously he's going to be the manager. But we're not licked if we lose Nuno. No one's irreplaceable by any means. And so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But we know Marinakis has got a history of changing the managers. But maybe the manager always gets more credit than they deserve. The owner's more involved here.
Nuno should get massive credit, if I'm honest. Look what he's done. Like Right, people in the chat as well. Look what he did for Wolves. Back to back, he got Wolves 7th. Look where we are. We're 7th, and we potentially could get a Champions League spot. So
we're the best team of the also rans in the Premier League. There's 2 leagues in the Premier League. There's the top teams, and then there's everyone else. And so we're currently the best team by a fair margin of the Brightons, Palaces, and Wolves, and ironically enough, Manchester United and Tottenham's. It's an outstanding result.
David, don't ever put Man U and Tottenham Spurs in this. They've been awful this season. Don't ever do that. I know Spurs got Champions League.
Well, you don't think that they're the teams that are most likely to get relegated next season. Certainly, Manchester United might struggle, given that they've got no European football, and they're going to have all of those.
I think it might be both. You know what? You know they've got no Champions League football or European football. I think it might help them.
No, but the problem they've got is it might cost them on the financial fair play, because they don't have anywhere near as much money.
They'll still get money, Dave, with the fan base. They'll get it. You know what? It's all if buts maybe, because we always get. I don't know if you do. Forest's going to fall off next season. It's like I said, it's all if but maybes, and that's all you hear. And then you hear from Man United fans saying, "Oh, we're going to be back."
No, I don't get that, Ben. I don't get the will Forest fall off next season. I just get the.
I don't.
You must be having a fun time at the moment, I guess, is the commentaries that I get.
No, I get it all the time. I got it from was it a Man?
Well, you are Nottingham Forest most famous YouTubing fan, so you must cop that a lot.
I get it all the time. But I'll take it as a pinch of salt. Like I say, I talk about this season and what we achieved, and then I'll say what have Man U achieved. They've not achieved nothing. So that's all that matters.
The final of that Europa.
Yeah, that was boring. It was all boring. But I'm gonna say this. Shout out to Alan. Good seeing you on Wednesday with Freddie. We could have said do a massive favour for us as well, but just win Chelsea, just win Man City and that. Shout out to Mark. Hope you all, Mark, Evening Door and Dave. Just remember, it's a season of underdogs, 100%. We've been the massive underdogs all season, and like I said, it's been a massive. I've enjoyed it. Dave, have you? Like I said, you went. How many games have you been this season? Leicester.
I think I've been to Leicester.
Brighton.
I saw 3 in the first trip. I've been to 6. 5 wins, 1 loss.
I know your best away game is Leicester City.
Yeah, the Leicester City one was.
Yeah, Leicester City away. Oh, that was amazing, wasn't it? That was amazing.
The Leicester City game was.
Right, let me see. Let me get in chat. People in the chat, right? What's been your best? I'm not gonna say home. What's been your best away game? And I figure out there's 4 people in. Comment what has been your best away day. Mine, I think it just says it all. Liverpool away. That's my.
Not beat Leicester. I was there.
Liverpool away.
Yeah, no, Leicester should have been.
Leicester was amazing. Leicester was amazing.
Yeah, but I was there, so any moment where you get to hang out with me, Ben, must be just.
Watch out for the vlog. See the vlog. It's in the description. When we scored the first goal, I never seen David's face like.
Who scored that? It was Chris Wood, wasn't it?
Yeah, Chris Wood got 2. And who else scored, David?
I believe Ryan Yates. Ryan Yates scored first. That's right. It was funny because I was Ryan Yates. Liverpool would have been special.
Oh, that's special. I've never. I was like, what's that little girl's name? Matana. I was like skipping around outfield, just celebrating. I didn't give her S or F when I was. But yeah, people in the chat like, what's been your West? I'm going to go for it. Thomas says, best away game is outfield and draw at Stamford Bridge. Thomas says Liverpool hands down.
What about Brighton FA Cup?
That was good. That was another good. No, but on that
I cried at that, Ben.
Oh, I did. I cried.
I was crying at that.
That was amazing, man. That was amazing.
That was. Yeah, goodness me.
It's just like I say. It's been.
I just say the Forest fans in that. So, for those that don't know, I managed to get across to the Man City Forest Wembley match. Can I just say the football IQ of the Forest fans and understanding the role that they can play in a match? It is the best. Period. And so, we copped a goal early in that match. And I just, from a personal perspective of, not being someone who gets to go to the matches live with Nottingham Forest as often as basically, I think almost everyone who's on this in the comments section, this is an incredibly pride-filled moment to take my girlfriend and her mother to the match. and just be like, oh yeah, good. The Forest fans are just so good. So, well, yeah, Man City would have been the icing on the cake. But
there's been so many good games, man. There's been so many games on that because, and a lot of people. Right, let me ask David as well. Right, I get this question from Simon. Shout out to Simon. He watches the show as well. Who's been your player of the season? Just pick one. There's been loads. People in the chat. Who's been your player and who did you vote for? Because Forrest put on the website on Tuesday who's the players of the season. So people, there's loads of people but you got to pick one. Or should we pick one or three?
No, I think you got to pick one, man.
Pick one. Let people in the chat. Who's been your player of the season? Just pick the one. Because there's so many you can pick. Who's been yours, David?
You'd have to. I'm going to put it on impact, and I think without this player, I'm not sure we have the season that we have, and this player's impact in coming into the team and also making the other players around them better. And so I would say Milenkovic has improved Murillo, has improved the fullbacks, and has improved the goalkeeper. So I think the Serbinator, Davey, you're 100% right. I just don't think you can go past Milenkovic because the team is essentially like the rest of the team. Anderson's new this season, wasn't he? So it feels like Anderson's with us forever. Yeah, you have to say Milenkovic has made the impact, Ben. I think it's Milenkovic for mine, but I can also see why you might say Matt Sells.
David, that's the problem. Milenkovic was mine, to be fair, because like what you just said, I'm not going to repeat what you just said. I agree with everything.
It's not Morgan, Fabian. You're wrong. Morgan's. It's not Morgan.
Yeah, but you can't. Right, Morgan's been criticised so much, and what he did against. No,
don't get me wrong. He's good. He's just our fifth best player.
Yeah, it's so many people to pick though. Like Cal says, Nico Williams. Nico Williams has been fantastic playing left back.
He's an international left back. To be fair, though, he's a pretty good player.
Yeah, but I think for me, I've got to agree with you as well. But I think Milenkovic has been.
Okay. If you're starting a new Nottingham Forest team tomorrow, and you could pick players from this squad based on how much we're paying them and their worth, who would you take? And that's based on the last season. It's Milenkovic. He's a critical guy.
Yeah, Milenkovic. Me, people are
plays at the highest level. He's the captain of his country. But I guess based on that internationally, you could say that Chris Wood is the greatest international goal scorer in one country's history.
Yes,
the captain of New Zealand. We got a fair few international captains, really.
Yeah,
well, we got
Chris has Milenkovic, and as well, I think it was it this one as well. Even Mr. Dore, they wouldn't lose tomorrow. It's been a season to remember. Thanks for putting out all the great content this season, Chris. Thank you as well for being.
Here's what I will say, Ben. Of everyone's answers, I know that Colin Jackson's not right because he's voting for himself as the player of the year.
So, Colin, I vote for you as well. You know, I vote for Colin because he's a member to my channel, just like you as well. So, people, please be a member as well because tomorrow, because it's the last day, whatever happens, I'm trying to get loads of content out there for everyone's opinion as well. So, people, if you see me at the ground, I'm trying to get interviews after the game. For everyone's opinion, like myself with David.
Can you give us a review of the pork roll at the top of the street, and just let us know what you think of that pork roll, that pork roll shop that has that big lineup. Can you buy one of those for me, Ben? And can you confirm if the hot chip shop across the road from the club shop has finally fixed up their credit card electronic payments? Or are they still accepting cash?
No,
they haven't fixed it up yet.
No, they haven't fixed it up yet.
Guys, be better.
Katie says, Nico. Katie, I saw Katie was on. I don't know if you've seen it on Instagram. She was on. Have you seen an Instagram post that Forest report about the season? Her and Ellie was on it. Go and see, go watch it. Very good, very good. So shout out to Katie as well. Like Mark says, Milenkovic. Thomas says Murillo. So everyone's got a different opinion on everyone.
Thomas, just because he's the best player you've ever seen doesn't mean that he's the player of the season.
Listen to me. If he wants to vote for Mueller, he wants to vote for Mueller. Why do you need to discuss about Mueller? About
No, I'm discussing Thomas's point. Thomas's point was that he's the best player he's ever seen.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean he's the player of the season.
Yeah, no, but that's him. Thomas, just ignore him. He likes to just cause trouble. And
hold on, Thomas, are you voting Murillo as the player of the season as well, or are you just saying he's a good player?
No, it's Milinkovic. Milinkovic was there, but shout out to even Sean. Shout out to Sean. 37 months. That is actually legendary.
Sean Stone, great Forest name. That one, Ben.
Yeah, Sean Steve Stone.
All right, here's another question for you, Ben. If you had a child tomorrow, and it was a boy, and you have to choose a Nottingham Forest player's name as the first name, which name are you choosing? And it could be all time, so you can choose Brian and Stuart.
People in the chat, what would you let's get chat involved as well. Chat,
what name would you pick? You've just had a child, it's a boy, and it's got to be a Nottingham Forest first name. Or it could be a last name.
What just the first name or the whole name?
First name. So it's Danilo Dore. What name would you pick?
What
We're seeing a few comments coming in here. Alan drew it. I don't think Alan's comment even deserves display, but I'm sure you're going to put it up.
No, he's a Fulham fan. That's all it is. Listen to me. Alan, can you go to the shop for me? Because you're below. So if I send you to the shop, cost of coffee and all that, go to the shop for me.
Nico or Nick? Well, if you went with Nicola, it would be boy and a girl, so that would also work.
Yeah, Nicola. No, Nicola.
So you wouldn't name your kid. So you're abandoning. You're not running with your Ryan. All this bloody Ryan Yates talk and how loyal you are to him. You're not even going to choose Ryan.
Well, yeah, but name it Ryan. Ryan's. That's like. I love. Listen to me. See what he's trying to do to me now. He's trying to me to dislike Ryan Yates, and I'm begging. I am praying to God he scores the late winner. I'm phoning this guy straight away. Yates, if you watch him. Back post, please. Back post. Come on, 60th minute. Do your job. And I'm Champions League football. Here we come. I'm coming for you, David. If he scores,
I'm just trying to think what name I would run with. Des is a good name.
Who would you go with? Who would you go with?
Like you couldn't run with Des. I'd love to name a child after Des Walker, but I just couldn't name them after Des Walker because then Oldham would think that he was named after him. I like the name Danilo. I think that's cute.
Danilo.
Danilo's a good name.
Vivia, because it fits boys. Vivia, who's this one? Vivia, who's Vivia?
Viva, because it fits boys and girls. Who's Viva?
Vivia. Who's that one, Mark? Vivia. Huh?
Viva.
Mark, who is it? I don't know you're on about Mark. Who is it? Vivia. Viv. Oh, Viv. Viv Anson. Viv Anson. So,
that's not
Viv. That's a good player. Great. Yeah.
You could also just go with Brian.
Brian Roy. Oh, Brian Roy, legend, man.
Oh, but Brian Clough.
Imagine that. Brian Clough Jr. What about Steve Cooper Jr.?
What about just Clough as a name?
What about Steve Cooper Jr.? That'll rattle some people, won't it?
Desalanga. So many good names.
That's a good name.
Anything else on this game, Ben? Let's just chat about the game.
Right, come on, right. The people in the chat, get involved as well, man.
Are we going to win, Ben? Yes. Come on.
How you feel? Are you nervous?
No, I'm not nervous. We've got nothing to lose.
We've got nothing to lose, but
nothing to lose. This is actually probably suits us better. We're an underdog team.
We are. There's no pressure on us, is there?
As long as there's absolutely no pressure. Look, if the result, I think we're more likely to win than have the result go our way. The result needing to go our way is a bit tough. So it probably would have been better if it was just a win and in with us versus Chelsea and not requiring the other result. And then I would have backed us from there. I think you might be talking about, if one of the results is going our way, I think you might be talking about this noise from the City ground at an all-time level. Like more than the playoff final. It might be all time if we can get close to that. So
the atmosphere is going to be mad. It's going to be
and it's got to absolutely be. And look, if we cop a goal or we go down or we have a bit of adversity, we just got to get behind them. The responsibility that the Nottingham Forest fans, I'll say it again. If you have a ticket and you are supporting Nottingham Forest, just remember there are hundreds of thousands of people that would like to be where you are right now. And so you have a responsibility to support that team in the best way that you possibly can to try and just that little bit extra, because the margins in these games can just be so small. So we've got to get behind them. I think they'll probably go the Christmas tree because Hudson-Odoi is not quite up to playing a full match. I think we'll see Hudson-Odoi from half time. I think we're chasing them at the end, perhaps.
Same team as West Ham?
I think we go the same team as West Ham.
Yeah, I think we'll go. Because you can't drop Dominguez. He's been very good for last recently. I
don't think Hudson-Odoi can get through 90 minutes, Ben. So I guess they're going to prefer him on at the end.
Yeah.
So
it's tough, isn't it? Right, people. Right, people. Right, I'm gonna get David's score prediction. People, get your score predictions in now as well. It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be absolutely crazy. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. People, watch out for the vlog. Watch out for that. Like I said, I'm gonna do loads of content tomorrow for individual people tomorrow after the game. So watch out for that. Dave, talk to me, man. How you feeling about what's score prediction for tomorrow?
Do you want my honest answer, Ben?
Head and heart.
I think we're not going to do it.
Or lose.
I think we're going to absolutely do it. We're going to absolutely kick us 3-0, Ben. And one of the results is going to go away from 20 minutes in, and it's going to be an absolute nervousness for the first 15 minutes of the second half. We're going to be worried. We're going to be 1-0 up, and then the goal's going to go in, and then the third goal's going to happen, and we're going to have 20 minutes of being 3-0 up against Chelsea with the results looking like they're going our way. And you are going to have 20 minutes of content creation at the end of that match in the greatest celebration that Nottingham Forest has had since the European Cups.
Oh, it's going to be mad, David, man. It's going to be absolutely.
But that's what that's emotional says. It's a toss of
going to be mad. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm so looking forward to it. But end of the day, it's been, like I said, whatever happens tomorrow, we've got European football. That's all it matters. So people, like I said, it's been a great season.
Ben, we're $3 We're not favourites.
We're not favourites at all.
Don't like us.
There's a problem with when these so-called big clubs, they're always going to be favourites. But I believe we can do it. I believe we can get at least Europa. That's how I'm feeling.
One goal, first goal after 10 minutes, Ben. But let's not go in with any complacency. They absolutely need to be switched on from go to woe. This is massive. And one thing I'll say about the top teams is we've noticed towards the end of the season, they have all improved towards the end of the season. So they are Novak Djokovic in the 5th set at Wimbledon. They're all playing better. And Chelsea are going to be the best version of themselves tomorrow. They're coming to play. So we got to be ready.
100%. Right. It's been a great show. It's been the last preview show of the season. David, I want to thank you very much for the
pleasure, man. Thank you for the season that you've given us yet again. We us international fans, the YouTube content creators, of which you are a prominent member of the Nottingham Forest community, make an absolute enormous impact to the ability to follow the team that we love. And so thank you for doing what you do. And thank you to everyone who was very welcoming for me when I was out at Nottingham Forest live at the semi-final of the Manchester City match. I had a lot of people come up to me.
I didn't see it. Who did you say?
Well, you know who I didn't see, Ben?
Me.
You.
I know. I saw loads of people there before. Because I was with my little girl, wasn't I? I was with my little girl, and she wanted to. Was in a where was that? Where was that again? People in the chat. Where was that? That big place where all the Forest ones were, and all that.
The Forest fan thing.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, yeah. And you know I'm not turning up on time, Ben, so I'm never getting in there.
That's the problem. You don't turn on time anytime. Like, remember Burnley away? He was waiting for me.
I was there waiting for an hour, and we were 10 minutes away from each other.
Box Park. That's it. I was at Box Park.
Box Park.
Box Park. Shout out to Kel.
All right. Well, Forest fans, enjoy your time at the game tomorrow if you go to the game.
Exactly, Paul.
I'm praying that it goes our way.
Yeah, Black people. It's been a fantastic preview show with everyone that's been involved. Tomorrow's going to be, like I said, it's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. Tomorrow, the review show is at 8 o'clock.
Who's on the review show, Ben?
Huh?
Who's on?
Me, Welsh Steve, Marlo, maybe Des, and maybe Dylan. Dylan's back. So if you want to come on, you can come on.
Oh no, I'll do another episode with you, Ben.
Yeah, no, definitely. We'll do a roundup. We'll do a roundup.
We'll do a roundup. We'll do a roundup. You can maybe develop a set of questions or something for like, what did you think of the season and favorite moments? Top 10 goals and all that sort of stuff. It's just such a bummer that Welsh Steve is keeping his beard too.
Listen, I should have done a bet with Welsh Steve, man. I should have done it well, but he's there tomorrow, people as well. But I
think on the game tomorrow, Ben.
No, he couldn't get a ticket.
All right.
You couldn't get a ticket. But right, people, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for everyone. If you agreed or disagreed with everything that me or David says, please get in the comments.
No one ever disagrees with me, Ben. I'm the voice of reason.
I disagree with you because when you slate Yates, I disagree with you all the time. So that's all that matters.
Voice of reason. Category 2.
You know what?
All right.
I cannot wait. When he scores that late winner,
you'll have to film you ringing me up, Ben.
I'm going to film you straight away. Maybe ask off the pitch, because the Wi-Fi's crap at City Ground. So, but yeah, hopefully Yates scores or whoever scores. I don't care. It'd be a great time. So, right, people, thank you very much. Before you do leave, massive favor for me, please do hit the like button as well. If you're new, subscribe as well, and comment below in the comment section. What has been your best season, best match, best home and away? Watch all the home vlogs that I've won. It's in the comment section. So after this, if you want to watch it, please do. But yeah, it's been a great season. And hopefully tomorrow we can finish it off with a win and then end up with whatever competition. It's going to be a great season. People, thank you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow at the City Ground preview show. Peace and love. Up the Forest.
Come on, guys.